who is, after his recent performances on the bump, his last 3 starts have looked really good. In the month of June, an ERA in the 2s, the walks are down, things are looking good for Sandy Alcantara, so he is really elevating himself back to the top of the trade boards, the top of the trade market. The 2 teams that need to go out there and grab him sooner rather than later, the Toronto Blue Jays and the San Diego Padres. Take a look at the Toronto Blue Jays rotation right now with Max Scherzer working his way back. There's a chance that the next time Max takes the bump, it will be in a major league stadium. I believe his rehabs are almost done, if not done. Kevin Gausman is really sort of the driving force here because he's not pitching like an SP1 anymore, and they're making excuses for that, but I'm sorry. This team is within a couple of games of the top of the American League East. And if they get aggressive and make the right moves at the trade deadline in what may be the final year with Bo Bichette and what may be the end of the Chris Bassett time with the Toronto Blue Jays, go out there and get aggressive. I want to add Sandy Alcantara into this group, and I want to do it sooner rather than later. You're close now. Let's capitalize on that. Let's not wait until the end of July. This Miami organization has shown that they are willing to deal players before the deadline, a month in advance or 2 months in advance. So let's get in here. Let's get it done. Alcantara with Gausman and Barrios and Bassett and Scherzer when he's back. Again, I really like what Eric Lauer has done. Thank you very much for that. I'm greatly appreciative of it, but I think we can have an upgrade to this rotation. And look, Max Scherzer, I don't know. What do we want to put the over-under for starts from Max? 5, 6, 7? They're going to need another arm. Having Eric Lauer as the 6th starter for this group when Scherzer gets back would actually be quite valuable. San Diego situation, right? Cease has been so up and down this year, and the latest report on King is that he might not be back until after the All-Star break. So you have a rotation that's dealing with some issues here, and it's one of the reasons why they're struggling. Pavetta's been good. Cease is up and down. After that, I don't feel confident in what I get from start to start for the rest of the guys in the group. So they need to do something. And again, as we identified, since May 1st, they are a below 500 team. So we add Sandy to this group, and things look better. And when you get King back, you go Alcantara, Pavetta, Cease, and King. And if Yu Darvish ever makes his way back, you add him into the rotation, and all of a sudden you go 1 through 5 with good quality starters. At least, I don't know. What do we think about Dylan Cease? You guys know I've been down on Dylan Cease for a while. Too inconsistent, too up and down. All right, let's not get hung up on Dylan Cease. How about Sandy's trade value? Based on baseball trade values, we are living between $13 million and $19.5 million for Sandy. That's the goal, somewhere in that range. Let's go to Toronto's package for Sandy, and it is going to require the Toronto Blue Jays to part with an elite pitching prospect, one of the top prospects in their system. He has had to deal with some injuries, but Ricky Tiedemann is still widely regarded as one of the best prospects in the Jays organization and one of the best left-handed pitching prospects in all of baseball. So we have him in this deal, and Emmanuel Bonilla also included in this. So we have the number 4 prospect in the Jays organization, 50 out of 80, and Bonilla, the number 16 prospect and outfielder, 40 out of 80. Now, Bonilla is a teenager, so we check the box there. He won't be ready for years. Tiedemann is 22 years old, so he's getting up there in age from a Miami perspective, but in terms of when he's actually going to be ready to make his major league debut, we're probably looking at 2026, and if it's Miami, maybe they can even drag it out and it won't be until 2027. So from a timing perspective, even though Ricky's a couple years older than you'd like it to be 18, 19, 20 the track that Tiedemann is on kind of fits with Miami's timeline. The values here with Tiedemann and with Bonilla, you can see we are at the 13.8, which is higher than Sandy's low, and we go over 20 million in values, which is even higher than Sandy's high. So according to baseball trade values, we could get something done with this. Let's go to the San Diego Padres